Hello, everybody. Welcome to the third episode of 69 episodes, according to Simon.
Fourth episode. We had one without you.
Fuck. God damn it. All right. Welcome to the fourth episode of the Good Keyboard Friends podcast, season
Episode
1.
4 of 69, baby, for season 1. Let's go.
Because of popular demand, this is the first of the video episodes. So
you guys will now be able to see all the things that I've been doing on camera because I've been thinking this whole time we were recording the video and we weren't. I'm going to be honest, like, if you actually go back, like if you have the video recordings, like I'm pretty sure like the platform we use will like send them to you. Even in the first episode, like I was holding things up, I was pointing to things. Yep.
Oh my God. Well, there we go. A bit of housekeeping real quick before we get into the episode. I'm one of your co-hosts, Hubert the Mad. We have two co-hosts that couldn't make it. Honestly, it's my fault because I sprung it on them kind of late. But James is not here because it's like 6 a.m. in Taiwan, and he went to Computex. Yeah, and it's like 2 a.m. in Denmark for Tangus.
Oh, wait, no, it's like 5 a.m. in Dubai right now. My clock is still on Dubai time.
Oh.
So it'd be Dubai plus 4, so it'd be 9 a.m. for him. He'd be just getting up.
Well, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm here with my co-host Black Simon, the guy with the biggest charm, the guy who has the biggest dick, the guy who measures in U's, like keycap U's, 10 U's, 6.25, 7 U's, and nothing else. And we are
How
here.
You measure, baby.
And we are here with our esteemed guest because it's Memorial Day weekend. I want to get a veteran on the podcast, but he's not only a veteran, he's someone that's done so many good things for the community, whether it be just keyboard stuff or just things in general. Ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed guest for tonight, Kahlil from KNCKeys. Welcome, Kahlil.
Well, let's go.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, pleasure being here.
Thanks for getting on here. I guess we'll start like with all our episodes, except for the last episode, with our sponsors. So
this episode is brought to you by Microsoft. Do you enjoy paying $20 a month to write shit on your own goddamn computer? You do now. Microsoft.
And our second sponsor, a couple of episodes ago, I brought up that James actually roasts his own coffee or is affiliated with some kind of roastery in Taiwan.
But half had his beans.
Yep. I am drinking the Joms blend right now in my Menards cup.
The Joms blend?
Mm-hmm.
You got the Joms blend? Ooh, that is real special stuff. So he once told me that he actually roasts his coffee in the microwave. And it sounded real disgusting to me. I'm somebody that like thoroughly enjoys coffee. Like I use a nice grinder. I do a pour over in the morning. Yeah. I get nice like artisanal beans from like single origin farms, stuff like that. Not super like expensive, but nice stuff. His coffee is pretty goddamn good coffee. I'm not going to lie.
I didn't know he did it in the microwave. How is it? Why does he do
I don't know if he does all of it in the microwave or some of it or like one batch he did, but he like specifically told me, hey, Simon, I microwaved those. And I'm just like, ew. And then I tasted them. I'm like, that ain't bad.
It's all art, technique.
It's all in the grind. It's all in the grind.
Definitely.
But yeah, we're sponsored by Joms Blend. You can't buy it, so sorry. But if you reach out to Joms, maybe he'll give you some of his blend.
I mean, generally, he gives it to his good keyboard friends. So if you want the hookup, you DM us and we'll sell you bags at the low price of $4.99 a kilogram. That's $499 per kilogram.
And like the slogan goes, the best part of waking up is James in your cup. So
true.
There we go. Folgers, don't attack us. Anyways, though, if you can tell that those are bullshit sponsors, we don't have any sponsors yet, but it is what it is.
We'll get there.
We'll see. We'll see who wants to sponsor this shit show, but we'll see what happens. But I want to start things off. You don't have to get into super intricate detail, but I want to hear how you grew up in terms of how it led you to not only being a vendor, but in terms of the mechanical keyboard hobby. Because for the first episode, we asked Jack how he got into keyboards in general, and he was tinkering. His dad owned a construction company, so it was already kind of ingrained in his psyche and in his very being that he loves to tinker. He likes to make cool shit. So I'm just wondering if you had something like that growing up, and if that led you to keyboards.
Dude, not at all. I mean, a lot. I feel like I got into it the same way the majority of people did during COVID.
Oh,
That
you're
was
a COVID
yeah,
baby in the hobby.
yeah,
Nice.
pretty much.
But
I mean,
one of the good ones. One of the good ones.
I kind of delved into it a little bit before, just didn't really fully submerge myself or jump into the the rabbit hole until COVID hit. Until I was really teleworking, I was always on the computer essentially, and whenever I was bored, teleworking at home, I did want to just tinker with something. And I found YouTube videos where you could just tinker, mod your keyboard. I think my first keyboard was like what are those little shitty plastic, GK61s or something. I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
Bottom of the barrel, baby.
Yep. And I just modded the shit. I modded it as much as I could, and it just went from there, man. Yeah. And
That's
then
That's the good shit. That's the good shit. The people that enter the hobby not with like, oh, I spent $600 on my first build. No, people that are like, I went and I looked up whatever the cheapest shit was, and I
pretty
found a
much.
way to get a $5 discount on it, and I started with that.
Yeah, AliExpress, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, AliExpress. And then, yeah, just started. I think the business started as just like I think I only provided services. I only provided services at first, just because I like tuning stabs and I was new to soldering, but I still did it for people, and I always tried to provide the cheapest price on the market. I don't.
How did that time go? Because like I've offered build services in quotes, but like I think I've charged for a build like twice out of like hundreds of builds that I've done. Because like normally, if a friend sends you a build, you just do the build for them, and you're like, ah, screw it, I'll look for
100%.
you, whatever, I'll break them in. But like, did you charge like anything decent? Did you make any decent money or?
No, not at all. I
shit.
think I only charged like $20-$30 to begin. Like, yeah, and I feel like, yeah, I always posted every week on Reddit on their cooldown. That's how I did the majority of my advertising. was literally Reddit. Was Mech Market. Yeah, started out on Mech Market
as often as they let me.
100%. Yeah, and whatever price, like even for that week, whatever price I could find, I just try to beat that by $5, few bucks, whatever it was,
That's amazing.
And then just building a reputation from there, and then I saved up pretty much everything I could, and I started KNCKeys with just $6,000.
Wow.
And I bought like my first set of like Duroc stabilizers in bulk. I bought just a bunch of like JWK and Gateron switches, and
let's go.
Yeah, just started from there. Yeah.
What else? What else did you pick up? Walk me through the first order. I'm like real interested.
I think I just scoured Alibaba for hours and days, just trying to
Like you were looking for deals?
No, I wasn't necessarily looking for deals. I was looking for like the known manufacturers at the time.
Okay.
And I'm just seeing what they had available. One thing I kind of do regret is I never haggled. Just whatever price they gave.
Oh no, when you're at like the smaller scale.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'll say it out loud because nobody fucking says it out loud. When you're talking with like Cherry or Gateron, if you're not talking minimum 5 to 10 million pieces, you can fuck right off. They will not work with you.
Yeah. Oh, Gateron like, especially. Oh yeah, you can't customize their shit.
You had the smaller guys like Kale when they were smaller would like take orders.
Oh yeah,
the guys that did pandas, I can't, and Bisons, I forget their name. Shoot, they're
remember.
like, maybe that is kale. No, it's got to be something else. Anyway, to the people listening / watching, if you guys remember, let us know in the comments. DM me and be like, Simon, you idiot. You remember that one time you did a private buy for like, 10,000 switches from that manufacturer and you can't remember the name? Yeah, that.
Damn. Yeah, I never figured out who made B-Suns.
Shoot. Well,
Yeah.
going back real quick to the GK61.
Yeah.
What did you mod specifically? You said you modded it a bit. Did you try like a silicone pour or?
Yeah, I did the silicone
Yeah,
pour,
yeah.
foam. I started with just like polyfill, I think. The kill mat mod, literally. I still
Shit, so
have
like
all this shit.
all the
just laying
crimes. You did
around.
all the crimes. You
Pretty
committed all
much,
the fucking
yes,
crimes.
yes, everything. I did it all, man. As soon as that tape mod, I was tape modding everything.
Oh,
Tape
shit.
mod came out. I was doing everything
That's
I
awesome.
possibly
Like,
could. Yeah.
and like to anybody listening at home, don't feel bad for a fucking second. I bought lead sheets and put them underneath a modified poker in a steel case, and the thing was like 7 pounds. But I think it was also like radioactive.
That's crazy. Oh man.
Did you Oh, you have it?
No, I thought I saw something that I used to like. I bought all kinds of random shit. I'd find like liner at like Targets and Walmarts, and I just buy it. And I'm like, I'm gonna stuff my keyboard with this. See if it does anything.
No, you gotta go to Goodwill. You gotta get the grandpa sweater mod, the OG.
Oh
That's what the
man.
Koreans
No.
use. Like no memes.
Yeah.
If like I've got like a real nice board, and I don't wanna sin by like putting foam in it. Let's say like a nice TGR or like a nice OTD. You could do the grandpa sweater mod, which is like Korean approved. You go to Goodwill, you find like a nice wool sweater that's like just barely thick enough to fit under there, and you cut out that portion, you put it there. Ooh, baby. It's a lot
Right.
better than foam, and it's all natural, all organic,
That's crazy.
no microplastics.
Does it matter how holy the sweater is? Like the width, the size of the holes?
I mean, I'd presume like if it's important to you, I'm sure the board would sound better to you. But like I did the grandpa sweater mod 2 Octobers ago when I did a threesome build with Alessio.
Yeah.
It was a foursome. We were both building TGR KNCKeys. We were both rebuilding ours, and I think we both went grandpa sweater mod, and it was amazing.
Damn. Does it matter what nationality the grandpa that had the sweater is?
No, I feel like, like I'm all about gatekeeping in this hobby.
Yeah.
Although many people would disagree, gatekeeping is a good thing, but I'm not into like, let's not be racist. Let's not be assholes.
I got you. So it's not like the German grandpa has more thought when he used that sweater versus like the Cambodian.
Listen, am I saying I wouldn't go to the grandpa with the 1984 West Vintage sweater and hug him first? I couldn't tell you that, okay?
Yeah. All right. That's fair. So you started with the GK61.
Oh yeah.
You modded, which is super cool because, like Simon said, you didn't just buy the most expensive thing or the thing that was hyped. You actually took time to get into it.
Yeah.
You modded it.
That was just entry board after entry board. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Is that what you did?
Yeah. The NK65.
Yep.
Oh, there's. I'm not going to remember everything in sequence, but there was like the Portico. There was literally all the entry boards that were kind of going viral. I just kind of built up buying those and then just modding the crap out of them, reselling or just selling them. Not resell. I'm not a reseller. Okay. All right. Let's put that out there. I've never done that. Again, even when listing my stuff, I look for the cheapest price. I always try to beat it. Yeah,
$5, baby. $5 cheaper.
Yeah, $5,
right.
baby.
Here's the real question. When did you get your first approved keyboard? Nice.
I think the Mr. Suit was my first like premium board.
Oh, the Mr. Foam. That thing was such a good deal.
It really was.
It happened so fast and so quick, and that was like or like round about the time like I started streaming, because like I'm technically like a COVID baby too. Like I was in the hobby before, but like I didn't start making videos till COVID. But oh my god, that board! Every single person that got it just foamed the ever living shit out of it.
Oh, for
So
sure.
I had no like reference of like what the board actually sounded like, if there even was a board sound in there.
Yeah.
But it was so cheap.
Yeah.
Like I think I even recommended it to people. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. How bad could it be without the foam?
It was
Turned
pretty
out it was
bad.
pretty damn good.
Oh, I thought it was pretty bad. I did not like it without the foam. That's
Oh,
what made me
really?
sell it. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
It was just the flex cut, like towards the center, especially like on where it has the most give.
They
That's
were
where it's
doing
the pores
all the
inside.
fucking memes. They were doing all the dumb shit.
Yeah. Like
It was
per
just the
key
foam.
flex cut. Yeah. I think
Mhm.
they started that. I think the
Oh,
per key flex
God.
cut. Yeah. But they ended up making a non-flex cut PCB. That makes me want a Mr. Suit again.
Yeah.
Is if I
I
can
mean,
get a
at that
Mr.
point, it's
Suit.
too late. Now there's all
Yeah.
sorts of good shit. Like at that price
I
point, you can
just
go
love the
wild now.
aesthetic though. I just love it. It's just a classic looking, you know.
I
It was my
guess.
first premium board too. I regret selling it, man. Yeah.
Oh,
I
shoot.
feel that. I feel that. We all have the one that got away.
Yeah. For
We
sure.
all have the one that got away.
I don't think I've ever splurged on another board more expensive than I bought that one for sure. Yeah.
Well
Okay.
done.
Yeah.
We're
That's
over
I
here
have a wife,
going
though.
into debt to fucking be like,
Yeah.
oh shit. I'm already $640 in on this glare, but the brass mid-piece
God.
add-on kit that I literally made them make by
was your fault,
bullying
yeah.
them daily, that
Yeah.
cost like fucking $300. I gotta buy that too. So now my board can weigh 7 kilos instead of 5.
Oh my god.
That's when you know. That's when you know you've gotten too far.
Yeah.
That was the
Oh, yeah.
moment. I'm just like, I done fucked up.
Did you feel like you said you sold some boards? Did you feel like you had to sell them in order to make space, or was it more of a I'm kind of done with these beginner boards and I don't use them at all? I'm just gonna sell them so I can put that money back into the business or into your next purchase.
Well, business and personal have always stayed separate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always stayed separate. Boards I purchase always out of personal, and military don't pay much. So, or at least not when you're the rank I was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just so I could accumulate enough money to purchase a bigger and better board, essentially. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
And speaking of the military, so we talked before the stream started about how you're in the Air Force.
Mhm.
When did you join? And what job do you have, or do you have right now?
2018 finance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. I have so many questions, and I don't know how many of them you'll be able to answer. Holy shit.
I do have a secret clearance, so I can't say everything.
Yeah. Okay. When you say finance, you're talking like department finances. So like what that like Air Force is spending money on,
Yeah,
who
pretty
they're
much.
dealing with, vetting people, making sure deals go through, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Probably like
well,
some auditing, right?
Yeah, there's really two parts to finance. You can either work like customer service, military pay. That's kind of where I'm at right now. It's busy ass work, and it doesn't make any sense. It's like ancient systems. Literally looks like I'm working in a console from the 60s. And I'm just coding. I'm literally coding. Like if a normal person were to see what I do every day, they wouldn't make any sense out of it. But that's how we compute. That's how we input people's pay, fix their pay, whatever. But yeah, it's supposed to go away in the next 2 years, and who knows, I might be out of a job then. So yeah. And then the other half is like actual budgeting side, which I was in for I think like the first 6 years of my Air Force career. It's kind of like on the budget side where we make large procurements. Yeah.
Are you able to bring in boards and use them at work?
As long as they're not wireless, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought they'd be like way more strict about that. Wow.
Yeah.
They probably are, but I'm not in a top secret facility.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's
like the top
more
secret facilities where you have to leave your phone behind whenever you enter the building.
Yeah, like those,
that would be
like
completely off
you wouldn't be able
limits.
to plug something in that uses USB because you could get microcontroller. Shit, you can get a whole ass computer in there
No, well, shit.
and have it, wirelessly, connecting via a 5G and 3G and fucking what do they use? What's that new protocol? They're like it's like mesh-tastic, some bullshit. It uses low frequency RF for communication, and it's meant to not rely on the grid, and it's kind of like a mesh, like peer-to-peer system. That put that in there.
Oh yeah,
Then take that into the facility.
That's
I'm gonna
getting
build
pretty
a board
scary,
special
actually.
just for you. Oh shit, no! I'm already on too many lists.
Damn. So you started the business 3 years into your military career. You started KNCKeys.
Yeah.
Or around that time.
Yep. Around 3.5, years. Yep.
And is that when you started changing from build service to vendory stuff, like selling switches and stuff like that?
Yeah, most certainly. Just God dang, I was just asking other small vendors at the time, just like, hey, how did you go about like designing your own switch? I'm new.
Yeah.
I want to start designing my own switch because I have like all these ideas and whatnot. And like, what do you use? What do you do? How do you go about that? And the only person that was like willing to help me out was James from KNCKeys. Like I reached out to, I feel like everybody, and like everyone's just like, kick rocks, fuck you. This is my game, bitch. Yeah, they just gave me those type of vibes. But James was like the only cool guy that literally laid it all out for me, and yeah, I think I kind of just owe it to him. He's a really cool dude.
That's awesome. Simon, do you know James from KNCKeys?
I feel like I should, and now I feel bad.
I was just gonna say, like, there's been two Jameses.
He has his own keycap mold now. It's really cool.
We've had so many Jameses. Y'all need to get more names, all right?
But they've been so base. Like Taiwanese James, one of our co-hosts, he's super nice. AKB James, Alchemist Keyboard James, he's also super nice.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
with a James, you're generally in the clear. You're generally good to go with a James.
With a James?
There's been very few bad Jameses. Like even historically, if you look at like historical like bad people, there have not been that many Jameses.
All right. What about King James? Any of them?
That's fine, dude. Don't worry about it.
That's so cool though. So only one guy actually, helped you. And I know we've only had 4 episodes. We haven't had, or I haven't asked James or Jack / Piketty about switch designing. So what questions did you exactly ask James, and what did you have to figure out? Did you have to try and make relations with the switch manufacturers?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
How did you go about it without giving away too much?
That's fine. I think he actually introduced me to Aphleon. So he introduced me to Aphleon, and he told me like what works well, what doesn't work well, and he's like, "You're obviously best not just making a recolor because people make recolors and it's not going to do well.
Yeah.
So try to do something a little bit more original. Look for something that people would like. First and foremost, what you like. And I knew I liked like full nylon switches that are deep sounding, and then like, I don't think there was an Aphleon switch out there yet. I think James didn't even put out his matcha latte yet. You guys know about the matcha latte, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very popular switch. Did very well. I don't even think he put it out yet, but he's like, I'm working with him right now. I have this super awesome switch coming out, and he's like, it's gonna kill it. And I'm like, I'm gonna introduce you to them. And he pretty much just laid it out for me. He's like, you got to do this, this, and that, and then you got to get a Pantone booklet. That's how you're gonna get your colors right. And yeah, it just kind of went from there. And I gave them the colors straight out of the Pantone booklet, and they still fucked up the colors, man. I tell you, Aphleon is the worst man. I hate them.
But it's still accurate.
Yeah, go get your Pantone book. Damn.
Yeah.
So the colors didn't end up right. Did the sound was the sound something that you expected?
Yeah, no, they super nice. Like I think they sent me a bag of like 500 switches just like as a sample to
Yeah.
build a relationship with me. I'm like a brand new. Yep, I got
There it is.
mine right here. Yeah, I got the
Oh,
whole book.
baby, let's go.
Yeah.
Pantone
You-
kiss. Let's go. Wait. Pantone
Yes.
kiss to the camera.
Oh, there. Oh, wait, where's my camera? There it is. You know you're supposed to keep. You're supposed to hide these from light, right?
Yeah. I keep
Oh,
mine
okay.
in a
All
drawer.
right. Oh, okay. Good. All right. Just make sure. You
Yeah,
don't
of
wanna kill
course.
the. All right.
Yeah, they expect you to fucking replace this every
Yeah.
12 to 18 months. It
fuck
literally
that.
says it.
Just keep it in the dark.
Right
It'll be all
there.
right.
Oh
It'll
my
be all
It's
right.
insane.
Yeah, it
These
is.
guys own colors. What the fuck?
I've had this for like 3 years now.
What's next? Owning sounds?
Yeah, and it's
Say the
expensive,
people,
man.
Say the people podcasting
Oh my
on
God.
platforms that are just like, was somebody like 3 blocks down playing a Katy Perry song? Yeah, no, blocked. Banned from the platform.
Yeah.
Damn. What was that switch? The switch that you got made? The first
Oh,
switch?
Red Jackets. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Red Jackets. It was obviously right after Squid Games dropped, and it was my favorite TV show ever. And I'm like, fuck, dude, hell yeah, I love the shit out of the show. I'm binge watching the hell out of it right now, and
Yeah.
I love every second of it. So I'm just like, that's what was like fresh in my mind. So I'm like, I'm gonna create something based off of my favorite thing right now. Was that? Yeah.
Hell yeah. The red
How-
jacket.
the red jacket.
How was the buy? Like how many units did you manage to like?
So I initially started with 30,000. At first, it was like really slow until Bad Seed Tech picked him up because he kept he
no
heard so many
way.
things about it. He heard so many things about it, like good things about it. And so actually, there's like mixed feelings because Athleon's a shit manufacturer and they make really inconsistent products.
Okay.
Like our stem lengths literally range from like 13 millimeters to 14 millimeters. It's supposed to be 13.5 millimeters. So you get some like squishy ones, some super long ones, and the lube inconsistencies were the absolute worst. But they're all hand lubed in factory. So just
Oh,
imagine
no.
they probably have a children workshop, like sweatshop, a legitimate children workshop.
Yeah.
And they're just so they're just
Oh
it's all bad. Yeah. They're probably just dunking in the lube, just throwing it in there. Cause there'd just be so much lube in like the stem holes and
Yeah.
I like to think that they were all trained professionally to spit, and then have just like a little
spit lubers. They just
a little like stack of 8 right there. They go
God.
fill them all up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry,
Damn.
what was the original question again? I apologize. That's gonna keep happening, by the way.
No, that's okay. So you started with the red jackets,
Yeah.
and then you went to the green jackets.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I think I did a couple of releases, or at least a few batches of Red Jackets first,
Oh, okay.
just because there was like a super high demand for them because Bad Seed Tech just featured them in a video and he absolutely loved them. And yeah, the video did really well. And I just sold out literally like the day that he posted it entirely.
That's awesome. Holy
And
shit.
so like I re-released it, 30K more, and it sold out again like 2 days.
God
And I'm like,
damn.
holy shit. I'm like, holy shit. This is crazy. All right.
Yeah.
Well, now I have all this money. I'm gonna start making more switches. So I produced like red jackets again. I started working on the green jackets. I'm looking for a manufacturer at the time, and I landed on Texie because Texie didn't have very many customized switches anyways at the time.
I mean, they did, but like they only existed in the Chinese market. You'd
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
see them.
Yeah.
And we're
Like-
talking like 3 to 5 cent switches, like real sussy.
Oh,
I'm talking
really?
like 1,000 MOQ.
I wasn't even getting eventually they bumped the price down. At first I feel like they were kind of ripping me off or pulling my leg at first. I mean, most manufacturers were until you build a relationship with them, then they started boggling down their prices. Because at first there's like, we want 40 cents a switch or something like that. And I'm like, I'm trying to sell these things for like 50 cents a switch. After shipping, dude, it's gonna be like 3 cent profit, motherfuckers.
If
But
a manufacturer straight face told me a switch was 40 cents,
yeah,
I would need to go to the emergency room
'Cause-
because I would fucking like die of asphyxiation from
Affleon's was
laughing my
25
ass off.
cents a switch, and like that was like baseline for me.
Insane.
Yeah.
25.
Well, that's why I
so-
don't like working with Gateron, because Gateron I could never get.
Yeah. So like for people that are listening, and for reference, I have seen quotes from major manufacturers that I am not supposed to have seen. The ones that starts with C and G, and the other ones.
Oh,
Switches at like, once we're talking like a decent MOQ, they can range like at the low end, like shitty switches, 3 to 5 cents. Decent switches are like 9 cents to like 20 cents.
I've never been offered any switch that low.
Shit,
ever.
might be on the order in like
maybe B-Sun though.
2018.
That's why I always wanted to get with like B-Sun. I wanted to get with like,
It wasn't even a custom job. We just like got like switches made in like a colorway that we wanted. It was super low MOQ. We only did like
That's-
5K. We paid like 8 cents a switch.
Did you customize the logo or anything?
No, I don't even remember if like it had the embossing on the clear top. I just gave them all away, as I do for like most of my switches. But yeah, anyway, switches like should not be that fucking expensive.
They
Like,
shouldn't,
even
especially
super,
if you want
super
to
nice
modify
switches
the
with, like-
mold. It's where it costs money.
Yeah, of
Like-
course.
Yeah, I'm talking with the company that starts with G. They want you to produce at a minimum 5 million switches a month.
fuck.
Yep.
If you want to customize the logo.
Yep.
Yes.
5
So-
million?
Yes. And I'm like, that is impossible. I don't think a single vendor could do that. Like,
Yep.
I don't think you can list like this product on
Now-
Amazon.
now-
It won't even do those
now,
numbers.
now, keep in mind, what you got was the fuck off response. There is an in,
Yeah.
because like if you look at GetX is custom molds. The bottoms
Yeah.
are fully custom to GetX.
Who did
right?
that?
And it was done by a very small party of people together that just made it happen behind the scenes.
Were they in China?
No.
You got the China buff. Oh, no. I call it the China
very
buff.
first round, if we're talking about Henry, who was one of the initial founders, he was in Hong Kong. But that was as close as we got to
Buff.
China, but we fucking made it happen, baby.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome. Damn.
You don't need 5 million switches. You got the fuck off price. But
I guess
nowadays
so.
you get the fuck off price. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard fucking work, but like you can produce 50K to 100K if you want.
Yeah,
And get them at
yeah.
like 30 cents a pop. You can make it happen. Believe, guys. Believe.
Yeah. No, I'm sure you can. It's just I've had really bad luck with like just switches in general. Like my red jackets, huge loss. I got hit with tariffs multiple times. That fucking sucks.
Oh,
I
that's
just ate the
terrible.
cost. The red jackets, obviously, I want to say like at least 50% of the units were faulty. They just had a fault. So I had to comp customers for that. Red jackets, entirely not profitable.
Yeah.
Green jackets were fantastic all the way through. I think I sold, I want to say I sold probably around 200,000 green jackets today.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Between the linears and the tactiles. Yeah, and those are just perfect to a T. And then we got into like custom molding and stuff like that with Texie, and I think I produced a switch with Tofu Types, the Tofu switch. Yeah, and that was like my second, I guess, fuck up, because when we were testing the switch, we never pulled them out of a PCB. We never pulled them out of a keyboard. Are you guys aware of the issue that
too fat?
Yeah, the legs were too fat.
I'd rather have legs too fat than legs too skinny, honestly, because then whatever, you can just fucking clip them and just use them like
Yeah,
mount in the
that
future.
is the fix, but asking customers to clip them
Yeah.
is a pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah, I
So,
guess you went a touch too big. What did you do? Like 0.75? Like would be
no, well, we can't modify the mold after it's been made unless we want to pay for a brand new mold for $8,000, you know? So, yeah. It's shitty, dude. I don't know.
And then is that when the Clackbits started?
And then let me think. So we ran through the line. I think we went through before Clackbits happened. I think I released at least 4 custom switches. We went red jacket, green jacket, then black jacket.
Yeah.
Which the black jacket wasn't necessarily super duper special. It's a Durock switch. And I tried to like mimic the H1 as closely as I could.
Yeah.
So it has like that polymer blend and nylon, but it didn't necessarily work out because it's just overall more clacky in general. I think it's just a long pull. And it's a tactile, so it just makes more noise. And it's a light tactile at that. So yeah. But yeah, that never took off. I still have the original 50K that I, purchased. But it's a good switch overall. And then I moved on to the Tofu, and then we moved into Clackbits. Yeah.
I gotcha. All
Yeah.
right. Well, to the audience listening and watching at home, buy as many black jackets as you can. Buy them all.
They're good switches, man. Yeah.
Dude,
Stocks only go up. Buy high, sell low. Buy.
They're the lowest they've ever been because I'm desperate to sell them. I'm selling at cost.
yeah. I had I had the green jacket tactiles and I put them in my Frog Mini many years ago, and they were super loud and I loved them.
Oh, they're super loud. Oh,
okay, wait. On that
Tempes and
topic,
Tofus are louder.
You mailed me an acrylic Frog Mini, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. Because I haven't seen it. Kate unboxed that box, and since I have not seen that board.
She
I have
stole
not seen it once. Well, no, she already stole the cipher. She loves it too much.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a hunt for that board because I was supposed to review it, and I haven't even seen it.
Oh god.
I'm afraid like it was thrown away because it's like light.
Yeah. So Gian sent Simon the aluminum Frog Mini Leggera and the Hall Effect PCB.
Oh yeah, the Venom
man.
PCB.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Yeah, and then I bought both the aluminum and the acrylic variants because I love 60%s and I love O-rings 60%s. And to me, like the aluminum ones, yeah, that's fine. It's pretty cheap, but there's not many good acrylic 60% O-ring boards. So I'm like, fuck, this sounds pretty good. So I sent one to Simon, and apparently he lost it, or Hom took it, his cat, or Kate took it. So yeah,
We'll never know. Unless like you're watching this in the future when I've done the Frog review and it's somehow in there. I don't know how.
Oh god. Well, going back to the switches, did Bad Seed reach out to you at all, Kahlil? Like saying okay.
Yeah. No, he purchased it straight from my website.
Yeah.
Didn't even mention anything. And then I think he reached out like right before he posted the video just to let me know. And he's like, dude, these things are awesome. I'm gonna post a video. And I'm like, dude, thank you so much. And like I didn't think anything was gonna happen of it, but literally sold out within minutes. And I'm like, bro, you're fucking awesome. And I sent them hundreds of dollars because he brought me those sales. And I'm like, dude, this is like the least I can do. I'm giving you like a percentage of the sales because I wouldn't have done this without you, essentially. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yep.
That's the reason why I asked, because I figured that it wasn't like you reaching out to him and be like, hey, talk about these switches. He just did it of his own accord.
Yeah.
Bro,
I didn't even know how marketing worked.
I'll Venmo you $29.97. By the way, this is how marketing works. I legit work in marketing.
Oh,
this is how it works. Not always, and not often. Very sometimes, but that is how it fucking works. Okay,
$27.99 for the rest of my life per month. How's that sound?
So after the line of switches, after the black jackets, when did you start getting into keyboards and keycaps? Because I remember seeing Kigobo Nori and the game. The game.
Yeah.
The game. God damn it.
Game.
His
game. Yeah.
The game.
Game
just
and
like
translate it. It's just game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw both of them pop up on Geek Hack. I think the keycaps popped up first.
Yep.
When did you think to yourself, okay, switches are cool, I'm gonna try my hand at keycaps and a board?
I think I just wanted to do it all.
Right.
Just my somewhat creative, I guess. Even in my own mind, I am. Shoot. And then I discovered, damn, what's the website? It's like Keyboard Simulator or something like that. You can just
Keyboard
kind of
layout
Yep.
simulator.
no.
Oh.
I think it's literally called Keyboard Simulator XYZ. Yep, it is. Check it out, man.
What is it? Let me put it
Keyboard Simulator XYZ, and
All
there's
right,
all
we're
these
all Googling
GMK
this shit.
sets on there. It's really fucking dope. Share screen. Wait, someone share
Oh,
screen?
this, yes.
Yeah. So I just started
I
playing around
remember
with like colorways and stuff like that, and I'm like,
Oh,
I like this colorway a lot. And then Nori came to mind. Yeah,
right.
Nori came to mind. I made an Ashen set, but never came to fruition. I have a Ube keycap set or Ube crinkle cookie keycap set. Yeah. So
That's
I think
awesome.
I've only designed 3 sets. 2 of them came to fruition.
Shoot, I mean, and then when you have that, since I know I asked James about keyboard design or keycap design, but I don't remember what he said. So when you figured out the colorways, did you teach yourself Blender, or how did you render the keycaps?
I did make some really shitty Blender files just
Yeah.
based off of like public what was shared,
Guys.
whatever. Yeah.
Guys, I'm
And-
sorry.
What?
I'm looking at Keyboard Simulator.
Pretty cool, right?
No,
Nice.
no.
How do I
So
share?
like, and I'm scrolling through the colorways, and there's a buttload of colorways. You know
Yeah.
what's not there?
What?
Oh. It's probably-
Beige.
Oh wow.
There's no beige.
The classic.
9009 is there, but it has the accents.
Yeah.
Like bread is there, like all sorts of things. There's no beige.
Yeah. They got
Why
all
is
the
there no
classics.
beige?
They just left out the most classic. They're just like, this is,
How,
yeah.
like there's white on black, there's black on white.
Yeah.
We're beige.
I don't see it as a default, right?
It's not there.
Fuck. Keyboard Simulator.
I want my money back.
Yeah. Shame on you. Shame on you.
I don't know who maintains this, all right?
Okay, here's the thing. I know exactly who maintains this, and I forgot because I remember when they made it, they sent me a link to it.
Oh, they
Oh.
did. Wow. Dang.
And I hurt their feelings, Simon.
I know your
Well-
name starts with a P, and if I'm wrong, no, it's not Paul.
Damn.
Shit, is it Zekin? I don't know who it is. It's somebody from that entourage, the Zekin entourage. If you know the entourage, I know the entourage. It's an entourage I frequented, and that frequented me.
Mm.
Kinky.
But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, man. Fuck Blender, dude. I told James in the second episode, I tried to learn Blender to make a PKing video for my RuneScape
Yeah.
clan. Fuck that shit, dude.
Oh man.
It takes so much to even get something workable. So kudos to you to actually, get something.
I got something out of it, but I was super unsatisfied with it. I literally spent like 2 weeks just trying to learn it, and I don't know. I got too frustrated, and I just reached out to artists, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll just pay you $100. Can you design a few things for me and whatever? Yeah, and yeah, just went from there.
I mean,
yeah,
at that point,
I
your
got
time
ripped
is
off,
worth.
but
No. Your time was worth more than
yeah,
learning how to Blender.
Well, your skill was not equivalent to what was required. As somebody that has
Yeah.
also tried like 3D modeling programs, nuh-uh. I'm cool, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna derail the shit out of this conversation because you said old school RuneScape. Kahlil, what do you like? What do you like to do for fun? What do you do in your free time?
Dang. So I play Valorant in the Marvel Rivals right now with my friends.
Dude,
probably
I
like
saw that
once or
game
twice
for
a
the
week.
first time today.
Yeah. Really?
And it's
How's that
like-
even possible?
It's literally just fucking Overwatch. Like
It is. It really is. But
it's like
the
I-
feedback
okay.
is just yeah. It is.
Shit,
It
how
is.
do I
It
explain
is
this?
essentially Overwatch.
I was watching a video of a guy that took a Silverstone HTPC from like 2009 that had a tiny LCD screen up front that was meant to like display thermals or whatever.
Yeah.
And he managed to run Rivals on it. So the first time I saw Rivals was in like 320 by like 111 pixels, but it looked just fucking like Overwatch, like the
Yeah.
mechanics, like the
Yeah.
engine. The engine looks like it's Overwatch. Is it like is it Blizzard?
No, it's not. I don't even know what studio makes it.
Did they get shine it?
They probably did. No, they probably did. But it's just done well. I feel like it's done well. It's I don't know.
Made
NetEase.
by
NetEase
NetEase.
games. Yeah.
Who the hell is NetEase?
I don't know, dude.
Well,
Let's find out.
smaller studios are winning right now.
Guayom
dude.
Chen. Producer,
Did a-
Waikong Wu. Designer. Okay. I feel like this might be a Chinese company. Headquarters in Hangzhou.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Marvel just went with the probably the cheapest bidder, but
Yeah.
they did a good job.
Bro, these guys fucking yoinked Overwatch so hard.
They did, but they're doing everything right. I don't know. Like I was into Overwatch for a while and it just I got burnt out. And, yeah, I did too, man.
Wait, when did you burn out? Like what update? Like roundabout?
I changed. I don't even remember. I changed my name to Full Time McCreed, and I think I got to like platinum or something, and then that's like the highest I've ever peaked. And
hey, me too. Let's go.
Yeah. But now it's platinum in Marvel Rivals. Platinum's literally the curse rank. I can't. Like Valorant was platinum. League of Legends was platinum. I can't get past platinum any game.
Gold is supposed to be average, so if you're platinum, you're above average.
Slightly above. So I'm just above average gamer.
Yeah. Bro, you forget, like, the average gamer is like 12 years old, has never seen a computer in their lives, is attached to like a mobile phone and fucking Monster energy drinks. And the second they touch something that looks somewhat like Valorant, they just fucking like go hog wild. We can't compete, bro. We can't compete. We're too old for this shit.
Goddamn. I can't believe you guys like Simon has cursed hands and he can still play Valorant. God damn.
Overwatch.
Well,
to be fair, like it doesn't require much left hand. Like I played Lucio, which was primarily mouse based. Like I played Reinhardt, which is primarily mouse based.
Yeah, that and you just hold down the left click because he does
exactly,
swinging.
bro. The whole W.
Yeah.
Bro, I literally played Overwatch on one of these.
That's insane.
God
That's
damn.
insane.
That's all you need. All you need is W.
Give Rivals a try. I think you'll fall in love with it. It's just
I don't know.
if you like Marvel, if you ever loved Marvel at any period in your life, you'll like it.
See that?
Like
that's
I hate
hard.
Marvel where it's at now, but yeah,
I'm not ready to be hurt again by Marvel. I'm honestly not ready. Like everything since Endgame has just been like,
oh, dude,
the stinkiest poo-poos of all time.
Supposedly the newest Marvel movie is actually really good. It's probably
I don't
their
give
redemption.
a fuck. It's like the issue is it's not like they like tied that off with a bow and then like had like one bad movie or two bad movies or four bad movies or 10 bad movies. I think once you fucked up like the 30th time, at that point, even if you do well, that doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
That doesn't tell me shit. It's still cursed. It's still dead as far as I'm concerned.
I'm with you, man.
Shit. I wish I could play Rivals.
What happened to Marvel? Because I remember during the beginning, everybody loved the movies. I loved Endgame. And then it seems like they're more interested about not necessarily making the current movies good, but trying to build for, another team up movie or like a future movie. So they're not really putting a lot of effort into the movies that are coming out because they want to keep building more and more sequels and things like that.
Yeah, money, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they lost sight.
You gotta integrate the Chinese audience into the funnel as a revenue generation technique.
Goddamn. Well, what are your favorite Marvel heroes?
Who, me?
Yeah, just all three, two of you, and then I'll speak up at the end.
Probably, I want to say Spider-Man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, favorite Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Honestly, Tom Holland for me. He just
think-
plays that
Oh.
teenager Spider-Man so freaking. He's that forever teenager Spider-Man.
The Raimi movies, though,
Is that
they're so good.
is that
in
Tobey
the worst
Maguire?
way.
The Raimi movies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
except for
that's
the last
Maguire.
movie. The last movie was just,
Yeah, the last one, we
killed
don't
it for
talk
me.
about the last one.
That's what killed it for me. It was just the emo
Like,
movie.
The first
It's
one
super depressing.
alone, the first one alone just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Like, it was a, like, you nailed it, fuck off situation, kind of like Blade. You know, if we think about like early superhero movies, Blade 1 was great, then it's immediately just fell off a cliff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels bad. Shit. Marvel. Okay. Gonna make a lot of fanboys real mad. But Superman. No, okay.
This guy.
Okay. It's
Hey, crossover.
Darth Vader.
Disney. Tied in somehow.
No, I fucking love Iron Man. I
Iron Man.
like even like comics. Fucking love
I think
Iron
that
Man.
was like their
Like,
best
even
movie.
OG Iron
though.
Man was fucking lit. Yeah,
Where
and
it
Iron Man
started.
like fucking carried like the
Yeah,
like the
That's where it
cinematic
started,
universe.
really. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
exactly where it ended. You know,
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Spoilers. Yeah.
can't have that fucking magic. Oh yeah, spoilers. Gandalf kills Frodo.
Dude,
Wait,
I
no,
fuck,
fuck. Dumbledore kills Frodo, and then Snape was watching from behind the glass.
I'm not gonna lie, I cried when he died. Like, oh man.
Yeah, first time around, yeah, I cried like a little bitch. Then again,
Yeah.
I'll cry watching commercials. Something is wrong with me.
No, dude. Sometimes you get into like, dude, I want to cry. I want to
If
watch
it's
a
just
rom
piano
com.
music, if it's just piano music, like somebody could like, I swear, I could be like real jacked to like go do some man shit, and somebody can like touch one piano key, and I'll just start tearing up. I'll be like, the fuck?
It's insane.
Damn, dude. Well, what are your favorite movies to cry at? I don't know if you, Kahlil, cry at movies. I'm not
Oh
sure,
my
but
god. Okay, listen.
I think TV shows give me the most.
yeah.
On the flight back from Taiwan, late 2019.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the movie was called, but it was on the plane. It was the movie about like how like early Japanese Christians were like ostracized and like fucking like just thrown out of society. And it was the saddest shit I've ever fucking seen. I
Damn.
cried for 2 hours straight and then laid back and slept. It was great. Best sleep I ever fucking had.
Just had to tire yourself out. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, man.
I
TV shows for me because
yeah.
it allows you to like get to know the characters for an extended period of time.
Mm.
You create that like emotional, you kind of like feel as if you're bonding with the character,
Yeah.
And then when they die or something happens to them, then yeah, I think that's like the
Unless
only
it's
time I've
fucking
teared
Game
up.
of Thrones or some shit. Where it's the
Well,
fucking meat grinder all the time.
Oh my god.
Or video games too. Last of Us, Last of Us 2 got me. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I refuse to watch. I'm sure people like the new Last of Us TV show, but I refuse to watch it because the games are where my memories lie.
It is.
And I want
It is so unbelievably true to the game that it's concerning. Like, I had forgotten elements about the game, and I was in some YouTube rabbit hole while chilling on the couch.
Yeah.
And it was like an explanation of the Last of Us game.
Yeah.
And like they were hitting all the notes, and I'd recently watched the movie, and I'm just like, holy fucking shit. They nailed it. It was like shot for shot. Like literally shot for shot. Like literal shots are the thing.
I would say yes for season 1. Season 2, not so much. I feel like they're really
season 2?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Season
Wait,
2
let
for
me-
game 2.
Let me.
So they're
yoink.
really fucking up the timeline of how things happen and then the scenes, and yeah, they're doing a lot more switching things up, and
Yeah.
that's where they're losing a lot of people. Is
Is it like
that.
a brand new thing, like how the Fallout TV series, it wasn't necessarily related to Fallout, it was just set in that world?
It's all following the same like core meat and potatoes of everything happens, but how things happen changes. And yeah. I don't want to spoil anything, but that's pretty much like what a lot of people dislike about this season. Yeah.
Well, I
Just
don't want to
messing
watch
up
it then.
timelines, man.
Yeah.
Like the sequence that things happen and just the
Right.
way the video game did it was just perfect in a lot of people's eyes.
Mhm.
And then the way they're doing it in the TV series, like, makes sense in my opinion, but it's just not the same how they did in the
man.
video game, you know? Yeah.
Right.
But I still feel like the emotional connection, and you guys don't, or actually no spoilers, sorry, but yeah, when someone passes away in the movie, you
Yep.
definitely it still hits hard, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch season 2 because of what happens at the beginning, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know then. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it
But
definitely hits just as hard for sure. Yeah.
fuck.
But the sequence and like who's there with them, that changes too for some reason.
Oh
They
no, did
just
my camera just overheat?
I think
oh.
so.
I thought I turned the fan on.
But yeah,
They mess with the timelines, huh?
you know,
Okay, now
not just the timeline, like who was supposed to be there with them while that act was happening. The person switched. I don't see why, but
Mhm.
yeah, it did.
Yeah. Nice little
A product guide.
KNCKeys.
And it's free? Sign me up.
Fuck. Well,
You are never safe from the free product guide.
oh my god. I I wanted to ask a line of questions that it's a little somewhat more serious, but it's whatever. So I know that there are a lot of issues that veterans face when they transition out of the military.
Yeah.
You know, even maybe out of active duty. But I'm wondering. Obviously, you're still serving, but I'm wondering if you've seen people going through those issues because a good friend of mine whose name is Jimbo. I'll talk about him during the last section of the podcast, the good keyboard friend of the week. But he was saying how it went from he served in the Marines for 9 years, but it went from having like a goal, you know, or that brotherhood, just being around an awesome community, to all of a sudden just being out in public, you know, like there's what's his next mission, what's his next goal,
Yeah.
what's he gonna do now? The military was all that he knew. Um, so I'm just wondering, as someone who is still serving in the military but has something to fall back on, which is KNCKeys, you know, and I'm sure a lot of other endeavors, if you have any tips or tricks or any words of wisdom to veterans that are struggling with transitioning from, you know, active duty into the civilian sector and things like that, like do you have to find something to go for in terms of goals? Do you try and find a community that you can integrate into, like you were
No,
in whatever branch that you served in, and stuff like
yeah,
that?
you definitely have to like find that community and just use the tools and the things that are provided to you. Like for instance, there's not a lot of people know about this, but there's this program called the Skill Bridge program, which I utilize. You can use it on the last up to 6 months of your contract
Mhm.
to intern for a company, essentially. And so you kind of break away from your job and then going to intern at a company, but you're still getting like all your entitlements and pay.
Right.
And yeah, I got to do that, and I worked for a EV company, and I absolutely hated it. But it still like gives us a chance to see if we like working in the civilian sector. And you know, I was in sales, EV sales, and I felt like I was ripping people off, man. I felt terrible doing it.
Sure.
So it just wasn't. Yeah, I hated it. Hated every single bit of it. And I never want to get into like the corporate world in
Yeah.
that nature again. It's just, yeah. And I think it kind of like scared me back into pretty much rejoining the military again. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Well, fuck,
But
that's
it's just look into like tools and things that are offered to us like that. There was like a vet tech program that if you have your GI Bill still available to you, I don't think this is a program any longer, but it was for like the past 6+ years. Um, we could get like a free certificate if we had any bit of GI Bill available to us, or you use your GI Bill. Even like if you don't know what you're doing and you need like security blanket, sorry, I mean, go back to school, yeah, but hey, they're giving you a housing allowance and you're going to school for free, so there's there's a lot of tools and a lot of things out there. There's assistance programs, there's free veteran programs where they help you resume build, interview, get you good at interviewing and stuff of that nature, and
Yeah.
they help you apply for jobs. And there's like mentorship programs too available for veterans. It just not a lot of people know about these programs for sure, but
hell yeah. I
just
mean,
utilize those things.
even with the EV company, like even though it didn't work out, you realize that you don't want to do the corporate world, which is
Yeah,
very valuable
yeah,
knowledge that you have. Yeah.
for sure.
Well, and I don't know, Simon, I don't think you've served, have you?
No.
Okay. I haven't served either, but I want to ask you something similar as well, because transitioning in general, like as a part of life, is very challenging. Like whether you're a high schooler transitioning from out of high school to not knowing what they want to do, if they want to go to college, if they want to join the workforce, or transitioning after getting your degree from college and not knowing what to do.
Yeah,
I feel like it's important to have goals, right?
for sure.
And if you don't know what you want to do, what helped me when I didn't know what I wanted to do before I got into college was I tried a bunch of jobs and I fucking hated all of them.
Yeah,
So
that's where I was. Yeah,
yeah, man. So I realized, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to. I worked at Wells Fargo for 2 months trying to help people. Oh God, it was a call center, and people would call in trying to get home modifications because they were going into foreclosure. And it was soul sucking because most of the time they didn't have the income for me to help them, because if they didn't have the income to, pay a cheaper mortgage, then we couldn't help them. So it was like 8 hours a day of saying, sorry, you're gonna lose your house. You're getting foreclosed on.
oh dude, yeah,
It's shitty. But
it hurts. Yeah.
Simon, as someone who has had a job, a regular job for most of his life, talk to us about the transition of suddenly having a steady source of income and then not having that source of income. I'm not trying to ask something super personal, but I think you've shared it with the stream and a lot of people, how you used to have a job in Dubai and then you didn't, and it was super difficult at that time. You had to sell your keyboards and things like that. What got you through? Was it the community? Did you find goals? Did you force yourself not to, you know, give up on yourself? What got you through that?
One of the greatest drivers of any human soul, and I'm sure that you guys can attest to this as well, is desperation. When you don't have a fucking choice, you figure things out, right? So I had stepped down from my job, but I had left doors open to, still work on a contract basis, freelance, stuff like that. And then I picked up a few more of those deals. I slimmed down my spending. I went from ordering every meal to learning how to cook. Prior to this, I couldn't cook an egg to save my life. Now I go make lasagna without a recipe. I can cook whatever. So when you don't have a choice, it's way easier to like make the right choice. But that's all you have to do. Like even if you're not desperate, you just have to you just have to do the thing,
Yeah.
never leave yourself in a situation in which, you're vulnerable from all angles. Never leave yourself in a situation where if there's an opportunity for you somewhere, you take every opportunity, whether it's an opportunity you can cash in right now or tomorrow or far in the future. You put that in your pocket and you save it for later. That's what you got to do, you know? And just by doing a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, I, make enough income to be comfy. Then again, I get to live in a house rent free for the time being, which is fantastic. So that affords me the opportunity to play it a little bit riskier. So,
Yeah.
assess what, assess how risky you can play it and then do the best, like, do the things you have to do. You know what they are.
Right. Fuck, dude. And I guess having a good support system helps too, right? Kate and friends and everything like that.
It depends on the person, absolutely. But I don't think anybody going through a hard time has ever been like, oh no, I'm getting too much support from those around me. So a good support system is absolutely it's absolutely a benefit, In my case, I do have Kate. In my case, I do have the love for the hobby. I have my stream schedule, even though technically I hop on stream and I don't make a buck. But hey, it's something to do. You can say you did something today.
Right.
And sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the reasons why we wanted to start this podcast, Kahlil, is because at the end of the day, we're all connected by the love of the hobby, whether it's switches, whether it's designing keyboards, the community meetups, I think a lot of times Simon was talking about this on the previous episode, how we like to separate ourselves into these different groups. Like, I almost said someone's name that I don't want to bring up, so it's a good thing I didn't. But we all enjoy the hobby together. We're all part of this hobby together. Yeah. We're all good keyboard friends at the end of the day, and it's awesome how nice this community is. It's super cool to have a hobby that has a super strong community. It's just something that sometimes we take for granted, but I think that it's super important to recognize the people that have done good, not only for the community, but for our own specific circumstances. Like James from KNCKeys. Last episode, you guys brought up, or maybe the episode before, you guys brought up AKB James, Alchemist Keyboard James.
My boy James.
How many people has he helped? He's even forgotten the amount of the people that he's helped because he's helped so many people.
Yep.
There's so many amazing people in this hobby that don't do it for recognition. It's just a part of who they are.
Sometimes you do it just to help. You know? If you got a little bit of free time and you want to help somebody out and you can't help them out financially, help them out in any other way. You know? Long before I started streaming, I was always in the Big KNCKeys Discord, and I was consistently helping people out financially, with advice, with whatever. And long term, that's what turned into wanting to stream and create educational content. But yeah.
Okay. And the reason why I talk about this is I want to bring it back to you, Kahlil, because you've said on many parts of the KNCKeys website that it's all about service, right? I mean, I would have to think that you deciding to enlist in the Air Force was a little bit part of you wanting to do good for others, service others, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what's super cool about you as a person, as well as KNCKeys. I saw the amount of different organizations that you and the company help. Food banks in Texas, taking the proceeds of Clackbits to build wells. That's fucking awesome. You talked about how when you were asked what you wanted to be when you grew up, you said that you want to be a philanthropist.
Yeah.
So it had to. How did you get into that mindset? I mean, it had to come from somewhere. Did you want to pass on the skills and the things that others did for you? Once you got the opportunity, how did you get into this service type of mindset?
I think it's just the way it kind of grew up. And I guess another one of my hobbies as of recent is I'm trying to get into writing a book. I want to write
Hell yeah.
my grandmother's autobiography and just kind of her adventure just coming to America. I'm half Vietnamese. My grandmother and my mom's side of the family are all um, they're all Vietnamese, and yeah, my mom came here when she was 3, and just heard their entire story is insane. I want to, I guess, like their struggle, and then I guess my dad's side too. My dad's black and white. Um, just just seeing like his struggles and his, I don't know. I just been through a lot just
Yep.
growing up, and I think it's just kind of helped to mold that.
That makes
Simply
sense.
put.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I mean, Simon, I'm sure you also agree, but one of the greatest things you can do to say thanks is to give back, whether it be educational things, whether it be your time. It doesn't have to be money. If you don't
Yeah.
have money, it's fine. There are other ways to give back.
Yeah.
So that's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
On that topic, there are many ways to help this podcast out, and none of them involve money. Okay. Look underneath this video, or underneath this podcast, or underneath this Polaroid photo on your fridge. Under it, you will find information to where you can subscribe to the Good Keyboard Friends podcast.
Boom. And
we still have 65 episodes in this season. This is episode 4 of 69, boys. We're doing it. 69 episodes. Season 1, baby.
Fuck yeah. That's also another reason why we started this podcast. We wanted to give a platform to people, to good keyboard friends like you, Kahlil,
Awesome.
to share
Thank
your
you, guys.
story, of course, to just talk about what you love about the hobby. And are there any projects that you currently have going on that you want to shout out or that you want to make known to the audience, to those that are listening and watching at home?
Yes, it's gonna be a keyboard, but it's kind of on pause right now. I don't have the capability of designing. I'm just the mindset behind it.
Same with Simon.
Yep. Vibe designer, let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, the one who designed game was Fat Free Water from Trailblazer Keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
Familiar? Yeah, no, maybe.
Yeah, that name rings a bell.
Yep. Fat Free Water helped me create this. But I'm working on another project with Patatpo. Not sure if you heard of him. But
no.
I think he's just now graduating high school. So, or maybe it's his first year of college. I don't even remember anymore. But
Yeah,
he's wrapping up with whatever he has finals, and yeah, we're gonna start attacking that keyboard again pretty soon. Yeah,
let's go.
But I think that's pretty much going to be the focus of KNCKeys going forward, is just one product at a time, because I definitely stretched myself thin with just trying to output as many products as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, if you got the energy to do it, why not?
I did, and I burnt
eventually
burnt
you run out. Is the thing.
Yeah, I did. So
I don't know. In some universe, there exists a vendor that like pushes through somehow.
Yeah,
I think
I was a one-man team. The one-man team is just me. I had the Key Circle was helping me out with like my marketing for the longest time, but that came to an end. I did have a bookkeeper for some time, but that came to an end because it just became way too expensive. Yeah, but outside of that, it's just me. I got burnt out and stopped spending as much time with my family as I needed to, and came to the realization that family is more than all of this. So, yeah, and my health too. Yeah, my health is definitely declining.
But you're not scaling back anymore, right? You're keeping it going.
I'm keeping it going. I'm wanting to just kind of purge myself of all the products I have right now, and then I'll just focus on literally one product at a time.
Yes, start
and
fresh,
keep my services
probably
open,
focus on boards.
Yeah, And I like building for people still, and I have my recurring customers. That's pretty much
Man's
it.
got clients. Let's go.
I know I wanted to stream for the longest time, but after my move, I haven't gone back into it.
That's all right.
I think I streamed like maybe 3 times at most. It was fun. It was really fun while it lasted. It's just I was in the process of moving my house and
I mean, if you like it, like the way that I see it is like I'm always up to something interesting enough to where somebody's gonna want to watch. Screw it,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Pop on
Even
the
if it's
stream.
with gaming with the boys or something,
Yeah.
But sometimes those get a little too uncensored and don't want all the conversations out there.
Fuck it.
It's all right. I have upgraded my technology, though. I think it only censors me.
There you go. Just
Here,
know to mute
let's
yourself
try
at
it.
the right times.
Yeah, let's try that. I'm gonna say a very dirty word.
I hope it doesn't work.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right.
That's insane.
For the lip readers out there, please comment what he said.
For the lip readers out there, yes, dust is very dirty.
Yeah. I got one. I know we're running a little over, but I got one comment and then one last question for me.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just want to say, as a one-man vendor, I don't know how you fucking do it, because there are times where I order something from KNCKeys and it'll be like 10, 11 p.m. at night, and you print out the label, or I get
you're tracking, baby.
yeah, I get the email. Like,
I used
what
to
the
get
fuck?
like 4 hours of sleep every night. That's how it happened.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
He's insane. He's insane.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, my health was definitely declining. I was really starting to feel it, man. Like the sleep deprivation and just like, yeah. And now I'm getting into fitness and actually starting to take care of myself. And sometimes I let orders right out a day or two before I pack them. I'm sorry, but it has to happen.
I mean, a day or two is no big deal. That's understandable.
Yeah.
I give myself 48 hours. If I don't ship it out 48 hours, like I'm writing you an email and I'm letting you know, hey, I apologize. I'll comp you. Yeah.
This dude.
Yeah, I think that's a.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. 48 hours is like my rule. Yeah. But still,
awesome.
I try to do it like same day if possible. If I don't have to like go completely out of my way or stay up an extra hour just to do it. But
So my last question is, we talked about work-life balance with Simon, James, and Jack Piketty on the first episode. And I think you kind of answered it already, but how did you manage work-life balance before, and how do you do it now? Because it seems like before there wasn't much life and it was mostly work.
yeah.
But now, like you said, you're scaling back a little bit. You're understanding you want to focus more on family, or you're getting a more healthy balance. So
Yeah, most certainly. Definitely, I would say balance is definitely key, and that's something I really am focusing on now, is just the balance and creating that schedule for myself. Like,
Yeah.
I can dedicate this time to my business every night. Like, yeah. At first, it was just as soon as I get that order in, I'm dropping whatever the hell I'm doing. And well, I mean, the great thing too is I literally I lived like 7 minutes away from where I worked back in Texas.
Yep.
So I was able to, like, on my lunch breaks, I would go home, I'd pack orders.
Like,
Sometimes I'd skip lunch
real quick.
Yeah,
Oh,
sometimes
damn,
I'd
dude.
skip lunch and then I'd ship shit out. Yeah. But that's just how it happened. Or yeah. Like, oh man, with the Clackbits, that was probably the worst time for me. That was the busiest I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
I actually did. I ended up hiring, because I had a couple cousins too that live in the San Antonio area. I ended up paying them too some money to help me pack the orders, because I had to pack. Did you know how the packing works for those?
yeah,
They came
they're
in
cool.
packs of 18, dude.
Yeah.
So I had to go through all of them. Just count 18, throw it to the side. 18, throw it in a huge bucket. 18, throw it in a bucket. 18, yeah. It just got super repetitive, and my wife was helping me out for some time, and yeah, I'm glad that's behind me for sure. Yeah, that definitely did me in.
Fuck. So now, do you have a dedicated day or a time of day where you focus on KNC keys versus just
Yeah,
dumping everything in?
it's usually time of day. So, because I give myself like an hour workout before or after work. It kind of sucks now because my commute's just way longer. It's typically like 30 minutes to an hour to work every day. That's like 2 hours I'm losing right there. Then I have the hour of like working out. I give an hour to my son. We go to his practices Monday through Friday. Um, and then as soon as I get back home from that, it's usually like dinner, chores, clean up, watch something with the wife. And typically, like the last hour of the day, maybe last 1 to 2 hours of the day, I dedicate to either like services that I have going on. Someone wants me to lube some switches, I'll dedicate to that or packing up orders,
That's awesome.
Or I'll just bring that onto the couch and I'll just start lubing switches on the couch while I'm watching TV, with the family.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yep.
Is just sit,
If I can
paying
multitask,
attention,
I
lubing
will.
switches.
Yep. I haven't figured. I mean, I think I can get away with it now that I have a wireless solder. I have the Fantic. I used to have like
Ooh.
the was the Hako, but it's all I can't do wires anymore, man. Like this does just as well. It's wireless. It actually gets hotter a lot quicker too. So
Does it desolder though?
the I have the desoldering gun by Hako. I have that. I have it.
That's
But
what you gotta use.
I
Though.
get it's so complicated. I have to clear it out so often. It gets clogged too often.
I got you, man. You got
What
the
do you do?
wrong tip on it. You're using the tip that came with it.
Oh, that's the problem. I bought a replacement tip. It was the same. It's like
same
the
diameter.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, I think
I'm gonna send you the tip right now.
Okay. Oh, please do, dude. That might change my entire experience with it
It
because
changed it so much for me. I used to need to like clean it like with a brand new gun every like 8 switches. Now I can do a full TKL straight.
that's fucking insane.
No problem.
Yeah, like it literally just clogs up. It just stops sucking. The solder literally just stays in place. I'm like, fuck, I got to clean this out again, empty it out, clean it. And I'm just like, this is so unproductive. And just this has actually been working super well for me.
Right.
In the past, it wasn't, but once I switched to the Fantic brand, it's all good now.
That's going to be our next sponsor. Please sponsor us, Fantic.
I actually like their products. I have their little you guys know about this, the little stick.
Yeah.
Little screwdriver. Yeah. They make good products.
No, that's awesome. Simon, do you have any questions that you want to ask Kahlil off the top of your head?
Do you like trains?
Been on a train once in my life. Probably would never do it again.
Do you like
just
trains?
take a car?
I mean,
might experience in Japan if I ever go
I like
to Japan.
the concept of trains. I think like the concept of trains is cool.
Okay. If they moved as fast as fucking Japan's trains.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I want nice trains, dude.
Yeah.
Like when before Kate came and lived with me in Dubai prior to us moving here to Minnesota, she was teaching in Japan, and so many of her little kid students were like into trains, and I was like, oh, that's super cute. And then she showed me the trains. I'm like, oh my god,
yeah,
I'm into
they go like 200 miles an hour. Yeah, they get you
the coolest fucking trains I've ever seen.
They're like that in Korea too. They're pretty. Yeah, they're really good. But here, dude, you get there's like 30% chance you're getting stabbed in Oregon. You hear about it all the time, dude. There's just crazy things happen on our train.
Hey, at least
and bus.
At least they're not getting shot. The progress.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Well, Kahlil, did you have anything that you want to bring up? Any questions or anything you want to announce or whatever?
No, not at the moment. Hopefully I'll release a book in the next year and I'll post it on my Discord server. Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I will absolutely scroll through that PDF on my phone.
So I'll link all of your links below in the YouTube description. But if you want to, just let us know what you have. So you have a Discord, you have the website, you have an Instagram.
Mm-hmm. All that
Any
comes to
other
mind.
links?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I know
Yeah,
I was
dude.
doing like Linktree, but I haven't really been keeping up with that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll have everything underneath the video description. When James wakes up, he can have the same links underneath the Spotify and Apple Podcasts
Oh, sweet. That'd be
description.
awesome.
Yeah. Before we get to the last segment, I just want to say that you're the reason why you're one of the reason why we started this podcast was, like I said, to bring good keyboard friends on. And from what I gleaned from you, even though we've never talked, I felt like you were a good keyboard friend. And after having you on for this hour and a half, like, you fucking solidified what I thought. Like,
Oh, well, thanks, man.
if more, it's never I'm sorry to cut you off, Simon. But it's never expected for a vendor to drop everything that they're doing and immediately ship out an order or to do an order. But the fact that you do it,
Yeah.
and the fact that you did things the right way when there was some fuck up with Aphlion with the red jackets,
Yeah.
you communicated with customers. You told them what was going to happen. You refunded them. When there's some issues with the tofu switches, with the PCB things,
Yeah.
you took care of that. It's very rare to see someone do things the right way in this hobby, and it kind of sucks because a lot of the people that do things the right way in terms of vendors, they're no longer here.
Yeah.
Paul just finished with SandKeys.
I
A couple
mean,
weeks.
just because you cease operations as a vendor doesn't mean you need to leave the hobby. We need to remember like how important it is to like you said, the purpose of the podcast is good keyboard friends. And we all have our circles. And it's very rare that we branch out outside of our circles, but there are so many circles of good keyboard friends, and we need to bridge those circles. Y'all need to network, motherfuckers.
I see
This
that
is
a lot,
real
though.
shit.
Yeah.
This is keyboard hobby.
Like the
You gotta, you
Texas
gotta, you gotta,
community
you
is
gotta
tight
talk to
knit.
people.
Yeah.
You gotta talk to
Yeah.
people. You gotta fucking meet people. You gotta
Yeah.
show up to meetups. You gotta give them hugs. You gotta meet their friends and family. You gotta talk shit at 4 a.m. when nobody can sleep. That's the good shit,
Yeah.
right? And you can talk about keyboards too. Come
Yeah.
on.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. And with that, we'll get to our last segment of the episode. So what we like to do is we like to nominate a good keyboard friend. So it can be someone that got you into the hobby. It can be someone that's done something good for you or helped out. It doesn't have to be something super huge. Just someone that you want to nominate and say thank you to. So I can go first and give you two some time to think about it. And if you don't have one, that's totally fine. But being as it's Memorial Day weekend, or it's about to be Memorial Day weekend, I want to nominate my best friend in real life that actually taught me how to solder. And his name is, his name is Jimbo Jaime Zatina. So he served in the Marine Corps for 9 years.
Dude, that's awesome.
Many, many, many years ago, almost a decade ago, I think, we were roommates in college. And he was fucking awesome, dude.
Let's go.
He tried to get me laid at every single opportunity that he could, because that's what all Marines
That's a
do.
friend right there. Yeah.
And you kept fucking it up or what?
No, I had someone already.
Oh, let's go.
That's a Marine, though.
Yeah. Dude, options always there.
Yeah. That's a Marine.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. The military has such an awesome sense of humor, especially the Marines.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never heard so much homoeroticism in my life, and it's amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
You haven't been around the Navy.
Oh my God. Well, I love seamen, right?
Yeah.
But he I think he did something with electronics. I'm not sure what his job was in the Marines, like his actual title. But he parlayed that into a bachelor's in electrical engineering.
That's awesome.
So
I got an associate's degree out of this. Yeah.
Oh,
at
dude.
the very least,
Let's
something.
go.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, my nomination is Jimbo. I love
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Jimbo. He's in California right now. He has 2 beautiful kids.
Awesome,
He has a
man.
beautiful wife. So thank you for being a good keyboard friend and teaching me how to solder. So I'll pass it on to Simon or Kahlil, whoever wants to go next.
I feel like you already know who I might nominate. Shoot. Yeah.
Oh, no.
James.
No, the owner of Lube Keyboard. No, I'm just joking. I'm totally Lube Switches. No, I'm totally joking. Okay.
Oh my
God,
god.
I'm gonna get sued.
Oh,
No.
that dude. One of these episodes, we're gonna get into some fucking drama, like just because I want to.
What do you mean going to? They
Just
don't
invite
know.
him on. No,
They don't
no,
know.
but for real, James, yeah, James. He's a really cool guy. He's really easygoing, easy to talk to, super friendly. Yeah, I would definitely nominate James from Invo Keys. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. My
Simon?
brother.
Hell yeah.
I nominate Kate.
Oh,
Let's get it over with in one of the early episodes. Kate, my wife, she also streamed keyboards. Doesn't really do so often. She doesn't really do so anymore. She recently just started a job and is busy as fuck. So don't expect any streams anytime soon. Sorry if this is how you're finding out. But Kate is great. She's a good keyboard friend and a good non-keyboard friend as well.
oh. Thank you, Kate.
Have her on the podcast.
Yeah. I reached out to her, Simon, but she hasn't gone back to me because
Yeah, apparently she brought it up today. She's like, they asked me to be on the podcast. I'm like, okay.
That's where the conversation went.
I think I was supposed to answer, like some sort of guidance, but I think I think I just said okay.
Fuck it. Well, to all the good keyboard friends,
I'd love to have her on.
Yeah, we'll definitely have her on. I asked if she could do a Sunday in June. I think it's the Sunday where James and Tangus are at the GMK meetup in Germany. So the last Sunday of June.
Can we get a little bit of a double feature there where we shoot an episode and they shoot an episode and then we have 2 episodes and we can get a sponsorship from Slim Jim and from fucking Toyota?
God, I hope so.
All right, boys, you heard it here. Don't let your James be memes.
Oh my God. But thanks again, Kahlil, for agreeing to do this. I literally reached out to him like a couple of days ago, and he doesn't know who the fuck I am. He doesn't know who. Well, he probably knows who you are, Simon. But like to say yes,
I don't even know who I am.
No, man.
For the record, for those of you that made it all the way to the end, we're recording this at night instead of the morning when we normally record. So like we've all had a day already, and I already had dinner, and I already had wine. So.
Please excuse drunk Simon. You're not drunk. You're still.
Oh no, hardly.
No.
I'm about to make myself a drink. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I could absolutely go for a nice old fashioned.
I'm doing old fashioned. Yeah.
Oh,
Pikesville rye.
I want to do rye. So I just recently picked up a bottle of Knob Creek.
Oh, Knob Creek, I love it. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Yeah.
But like, I might just throw like a strong rye in there, like a bullet rye or something.
Yeah, bullet rye too is good. Yeah. You have to try Knob Creek rye. It's pretty good, actually.
I don't know if I got the rye or the non-rye.
Yeah. I think I've only done their rye, and I liked it. It's like it's pretty
are the
nutty
labels
though.
like different colors or something?
Green.
Okay, then no. I have the normal one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the black label one.
I was bartending for a good 5 months, and this has started my alcohol journey. I was bartending during my internship because I moved back to Eugene, Oregon. That's where I'm from. My mom opened up a new restaurant there, and I just wanted to bartend for her, so I did that for like 5 months, and yeah.
Were you any good?
I think I'm decent now. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, at first I didn't know shit about bartending, right? Like people would ask me for drinks all the time. Like, yeah, I can make that. Whip out my phone, how to make recipe. It wouldn't let them see, of course, but yeah.
Did you ever complain?
I do a little shaker. I slap the top. I give a little wiggle, and I do a full 360 in the air. I catch it, and I start shaking away. You know,
Tom Cruise in Cocktail.
I try to.
That is a weird
little
reference.
flash.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, for everybody here at the Good Keyboard Friends, for Simon, for Kahlil, for James, for Tangus, and for myself, thanks for listening. We'll see you in a couple days, but until then, goodbye, everybody. Thanks for everything.
Have a good Tuesday. Bye.
Take care. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate
Yep.
y'all.
Of course. Bye.
Yep. Have a good night now.